one thing he wanted to make clear to me was what happened to Maleah was an accident. He says it was an accident. And he confessed to me where he dumped her body. And so Texas Equal Search will be coordinating those efforts to find Maleah's remains. Detectives now have the information that they need, but he told me it was an accident.
And she is dead?
Yes. And what did he say happened?
Arkansas State Police spent much of Friday forensically mapping this entire area off the interstate. This is the area where the remains were found. After that work was done, those remains were flown back to Houston, where the work is now underway to positively determine if this is Maleah Davis. A small army of officers and federal agents carefully collected remains found in a wooded area of Hempstead County, Arkansas. This comes after Quanell says Derion confessed to him 4-year-old Maleah Davis was dead, and he dumped her body in this area. HPD Sergeant Mark Holbrook says the medical examiner will have to confirm these are, in fact, the remains of Maleah, but
there are some personal effects that lead us to believe that it is Maleah.
Police say Vince originally said he discarded the little girl's body near Hope, Arkansas, more than 10 miles away. Investigators scoured the area. When they found nothing, they contacted highway maintenance crews who said a black garbage bag was spotted a couple of days earlier, but no one checked it.
In this part of the country here, people throw out animals all the time.
Sheriff James Singleton says about that time they heard a highway lawn crew hit that bag with a mower and immediately smelled a foul odor. Singleton did say Vince has no connection to this area.
However, yo, YouTube, what's going on? Trey back again to hit you with a video. Now I hope y'all are having a very good weekend. Hope y'all are enjoying your day. Hope you all are having a blessed time. And I want to send a big shout out to my subscribers, the Trey King Show family. Much love to you all. And I want to thank all the subscribers also and family members who sent me an update to the story. When I first heard about this story, it was a while back, but it's been a lot of revelations. Some of those revelations turned out to be true. Some of them turned out to be false. Now, most of what we've been hearing been false. And you have to be careful. This is the first thing I want to say. You have to be careful when people tell you stuff with a straight face. Just because they say something with a straight face or like they're about to cry does not mean they are becoming serious or they are serious about the matter. Now, on one hand, we have Brittany Bowens, who was Maleah Davis' mom. And, you know, we have our suspicion about Maleah Davis' mom because, number one, why isn't she in jail? And why is nobody really looking at her like she is just as much as the accused party as Derion Vince? Now, Derion Vince and Maleah Davis, they was once a couple. They have a child together. And a lot of people said that wasn't Maleah Davis' stepdad. How in the hell that isn't her stepdad when when the mom have a child by him and they was living together? And then also the way the news word things, when they said that Maleah Davis, you have remains like blood and some tissue, even they don't even mention the tissue part no more, was found inside Derion Vince's apartment, the stepdad apartment, when the mom and the stepdad stayed together. You have to be careful how people word stuff. And then on one hand, you have the activist Quanell X, and Quanell X has his own words. So I don't know why he's so much invested in this Maleah Davis situation, but due to the fact of him having somewhat of a shady past of taking people money and not offering service, pretending like he's a lawyer, and you have to look at him with quite suspicion, even the lawyer. Now, Quanell made a bombshell allegation yesterday, which was Friday, and said that he went to the jailhouse because Derion Vince requested to talk to him and that he'd been hearing a lot of jailhouse chatter. And that's what the term jailhouse talk mean. You hear people in the jailhouse talking, not mean necessarily it's true. And they have an old saying that people in jail and people in church know what's going on in the streets more than the people that's in the streets do, which is sometimes true because you got some people in church who not in church, they still be in the streets. You have some people in jail who are a direct link to the street, who are connected to the streets. But what person in their right mind will sit up here and want to talk to the main guy who is trying to accuse them in the public? Now, it was said a couple of days ago, because I want to make sure I'm right, and I'll leave a link in the description, because you have to remember what all was being said. It was said a couple of days ago, I think this was May the 29th, a couple of days ago, when Maleah Davis' mom and Quanell X split. And the reason for the split was because, and this is out of Maleah Davis' own mouth, she says, as for Bowens, she said that she dumped Quanell X and that he lied about details in the case, including Davis being molested. Brittany said Maleah was never molested. That's a story Quanell conjured up and ran with it, and then he told the public, and the public ran with that, and had everybody saying this. And I'm not trying to take up for Derion Vince, because to me, the mom and him just as bad. You know what I'm saying? I mean, pretty much Maleah was dead a long time ago, the way I see it. Just the fact they didn't bury her yet, because they wasn't gonna stop till the child wound up dead. I mean, how many times you gotta go to the hospital? And that's why I said everybody failed her. And a lot of people got mad with that. Well, Trey, well, how the real dad failed her? Well, picture if that was your child. Even though the real dad didn't do it, would you sit back and watch your child? Well, what if the state? Well, the state just have to lock my ass up. It's better than me being locked up than my child being dead or something. I mean, something could have been done. Everybody involved failed this child. Derion failed the child. Maleah mom failed the child. Brittany, the real dad failed his child. CPS failed the child. The hospital failed the children. The police officer, everybody failed this child, but everybody want to make an excuse now and make it like they want to hurry up and wrap this case up because we must be getting close to the nitty gritty. But anyway, back to what Brittany Bowen said about what Quanell X said about Derion being was molesting Maleah. She said it wasn't true. This out of her own mouth. I'll leave the link up. She insisted that Maleah was never abused, though she claimed there was an instance where Derion did whoop Maleah just once. He didn't do it again after she confronted him, Bowens said. So you have to think about that also. And then also, if you call what the news said, the news people asked Quanell, because Quanell never went this hard for anything else, even at people that paid him money. So is he getting paid to do this? And this is no attack video toward Quanell X. It's just an attack toward the truth. Now, the news reporter, that's why you must pay attention to what's being said, everything. The news reporter asked Quanell, pretty much stated that, you know, you more invested in this case, like it's highly unusual that you would be invested in this case. What's really going on? So Quanell put on a sad face, put on a crying face, like she deserves closure. But did the other children deserve closure? The people that paid you when you promised the little girl that you was going to help get her daddy out of prison, pretending like you was a lawyer, them children didn't deserve no closure. When he going to talk about the babies. If it was so much about the babies, you would have kept it real when the woman would paid you, what was that, $14,000, $15,000, paid you $7,500 one time, I think $7,500 again. And they have the information right up there. But you never provide that service. And this one was trying to get her child out of foster care. So you have to be careful who you listen to. Now, where it is, they found Maleah Davidson remains in Fulton, Arkansas. And for those who don't know how far Fulton, Arkansas is from Houston, Texas, it is approximately 6 hours and 31 minutes. Depends on where you at, how quick you're driving. And that's on a good day with light traffic, 6 hours and 31 minutes. At the most, it'd be like 7.5 hours, 7 hours. So you mean to tell me Derion drove way up there, 7 hours, 6.5 hours, then 6.5, 7 hours and something back without making a stop. So that's right at 13 to 14, 15 hours. You know what I'm saying? Just casual driving. So he drove way up there with a body in the back. When you're carrying a body across the state line, ain't that federal, don't the FBI supposed to be involved in that? And my people out there that's lawyers that knows about this, when you carrying children over state line and you commit murder and all this stuff, isn't that a federal charge? So where's the FBI at in this matter? But also what the news said, that's why you got to be careful, because a lot of people took this story and ran with it. And I'm like, well, okay, it's good, but look who it's coming from. You see what I'm saying? Look who the story is coming from. And even the lawyer is going off on Derion Vince, which I'm going to get to in a second. I'm not going to hold you all too long. Even the lawyer said that he went to the judge and he wanted the judge to prohibit, which they're going to do, Quanell X from coming to the jailhouse to talk to Derion, because it all seemed like a lie and it all seemed like a get rich or die trying scheme, since we already know the brother like money. We talking about Quanell, not Derion. But you know, you have to think about that. You have to think about who you're getting your information from, because it seemed like to me Quanell know more than the damn FBI and the CIA do. And then the fact that he said that he would drop, he dropped Brittany, but Brittany said she fired him. But then he goes to the DA office and released some information. Remember that came out in the news saying basically some stuff that Brittany had told him. But then he goes back to the jailhouse and talk to Derion, because all of a sudden Derion won't talk to him. The main person who's trying to convict you in the public eye, Quanell X, you're gonna send for him to come see you in jail when you know your lawyer stated don't talk to the guy. So anyway, so you have a ground crew, in Fulton, Arkansas. You know how the people be on the side of the highways mowing the yard, and they had these big old tractor trailer lawnmowers, these big ones. So anything they hit, they're gonna tear it up. As the guy is mowing the lawn on side of the shoulder pass, he hits a bag, and as he hits the bag disintegrated. This is what he says on the news. It's right there. It's not me saying, because I don't have to speculate or make up stories like other people. But anyway, they said as the bag disintegrated, which is out his own mouth, the words he used is disintegrated. You can smell a foul odor, which anything wouldn't matter if it's hamburger meat out there or a dead dog or a cat. You know, you're going to smell something. What flesh do, it smells. So anyway, so how they trying to link this up with Maleah, I don't know, but you only need a drop of blood or just some tissue or whatever. Drop of blood will do. But we have to remember who we getting this news from. Now, I want them to find Maleah also, but at the same time, we want the truth. We done been fooled and bamboozled enough throughout everything that's been going on, for as Brittany flying out to the funeral, for as she's saying that she was in the house when Maleah was coming back to the house, and that Derion was trying to sneak the little child back inside the house. Why would he have to sneak the child back inside the house when he can just drive the child, if he hypothetically did, drive the child to Arkansas? Why sit up here and clean up the house with bleach and all that when they had them all this and that? But you can have Photoshop too, in case you all don't know that. Now, I'm not taking up of that. I'm just trying to paint a picture. Why sit up here and kill a child in a house and drive way to Arkansas when you got woods all in Texas, every damn where? You feel me? Why go way to damn to Fulton, Arkansas? Do that make any sense? Why take the chance of getting on the highway, driving there and driving back? And also, where was his son at? Where was his 2-year-old son at during this whole time? Who did he leave his child with? Does that make any sense? But this is what Quanell happened to say, along with some information with the Fulton, Arkansas. Now, how this link up, I do not know. But I'm going to read a quick snippet from this story so we can see why the lawyer do not want Quanell to come back to the jailhouse. And I'm going to give my opinion, surely, as we go. Derion Vince's attorney asked judge to prohibit jail visits from Quanell X. On Friday, Quanell said he visited the jail where Vince told him Maleah's body has been taken to Hope, Arkansas, but they found the package in Fulton, Arkansas. So who's telling the truth? Because the news says Fulton, Arkansas, but hey, whatever. Now, the attorney of Derion Vince is asking the Harris County District Judge to no longer allow community activist Quanell X to visit his client in jail. You know, because it seemed like Quanell doing a detective job. Shouldn't the detectives be at the damn jailhouse? It seemed like Quanell trying to get his 15 minutes of fame also. Let's just be honest about it. Now, I look at it as this. It's good that you go this hard for this children, but why not go hard for them other people's children also? And I'm not in no way trying to say Maleah is not important. Yes, she is important, just like every other child is important. But why not go hard for all those other people's children that actually paid you money? So are you getting paid, and by whom? The request comes after Quanell X claims to have learned, through Vince, that Vince told him. Now, Vince told him, but he didn't tell the lawyer. He didn't tell nobody else. He didn't tell nobody, but he told the man who was bashing him in the news, calling him gay and everything, in which Maleah mom Brittany said it's not true. Said they had a little fight over a pig. So who made the story up? And notice the story about the gay thing didn't come out until Quanell stepped in the picture. Let's just be honest. And that's why you gotta be careful when you're doing certain stories, because the truth just may make you look like a fool. That's why you got to be honest. See, when you're honest, you don't have nothing to worry about. That's the good thing about being honest. And when you tell one lie, guess what you got to do? Somebody said you're very smart. You got to tell another damn lie. Now let's go and wrap this up. Quanell X claims to have learned through Vince where to find missing 4-year-old Maleah Davis. Vince is in jail for tampering with evidence in connection to the girl's disappearance earlier this month. But the mom ain't in jail, even though the mom knew about the child getting beat, which she said she didn't know about the child getting beat. How you don't sit there and know about a child being beat when a child is swole up in front of you, when you seeing your child with a damn plate on side their head? How you don't see that? And how can we just forget that? You see what I'm saying? I'm like, where's people's minds at? Oh, he coerced her, so you going to let a man coerce you? Just say, hypothetically speaking, if that's the case, I mean, shit, women would never get in trouble then, because they can always say the man told them to do this and the man told them to do that. When are we going to hold these people responsible, no matter what sex you are? On Friday, Quanell says he visited the jail where Vince told him Maleah's body has been taken to Arkansas, not Louisiana, not Houston. You go right there to I-20, you know what I'm saying? Come on through Bowman and all that. Not that way. But you're going to take a chance of driving way up north, you know what I'm saying, toward Arkansas, way from Houston. That don't make no damn sense. Then you got all the damn woods already out there, past San Antonio, past Corpus Christi. You mean to tell me you're going to miss all that and take a chance of going across state lines? I don't damn think so. It don't seem like Derion was even that damn smart any damn way. And then did he look like that he was taking a long ride when he walked in that hospital? He didn't look like it then. So the son was there with him. What the receipt said, well, he stopped and got gas at, unless he got a 4-cylinder that gets about 500 miles, 600 miles per gallon. That's the only way I can see where he stopped and get gas at. Arkansas State Police confirmed evidence of human remains may have been found. Listen to the close word, the key word, may, M-A-Y. The month we just had just passed. May have been found along Interstate 30 in Miller County, Arkansas. So now we got Hope, Arkansas, we got Fort, Arkansas, and now we got Miller County, Arkansas. So which damn part of Arkansas is it? Now in the news with KHOU 11, Quanell says he always thought he could get Vince to talk if he had the chance to talk to him one-on-one. Quanell, you're a very guy. You know how to use them words, which mean the fact that you go up to the jail and you always felt like that you can get this man to talk to you, and all of a sudden he opened up to talk to you and tell you, hypothetically speaking, what a body is. Something he didn't tell his lawyer or nobody else. When you have a lawyer, you have a lawyer and client confidentiality, which means they can't go say nothing. If they do that, you can't get in trouble for it. That's the purpose of having a lawyer. You see what I'm saying? So he's going to bypass his lawyer just to tell you the same guy that's standing in front of the world saying, this is the person that did it. So he's going to call you to the jailhouse and tell you, come on now. I had received a tip from inside the jail, Quanell said, that he was saying he wanted to talk to me. Hold on. You received a tip. We thought Derion requested you himself. We thought Satan himself requested you. You know, we thought that he said, Quanell, you there? Can you come holler at me real quick, brother? I got some truth to tell to you since you like being in front of that camera. I mean, so you learn from a jailhouse snitch or whatever else that, you know, you can talk to Derion. It sounded like that you knew somebody in there and you reached out and made that happen some kind of way. Now, Quanell said that. And so I got up this morning, he said, and I prayed and I told people close to me, pray for me, damn it, that I was going to the jail to visit with him, like you going to go see Jesus or something. This the guy you were bashing. Why you getting up praying? Or you going to pray for the strength? Okay. He told me where the body was. Really? Really? And the reason why I'm saying it like this, let me go on close. But the reason why I'm saying it like this is because there was a case that happened in 1996. Last name Ramsey, first name John Benet Ramsey. They still talking about this case 23 years later. Millions of dollars went into publication from Lifetime movies to all these other movies talking about these stories. So did somebody offer you a payout? Is Brittany in jail, not in jail because she's going to get some kind of little kickback on this when they can use Maleah Davis' story, which they're going to use it. You know what I'm saying? If don't nobody bust it open, because that's why they're trying to hurry up and put a lead on this and feed us a bunch of crock of shit when the people who really can see. This man is not, if he did it, I doubt very seriously. You see how they take you out of one area and put you in a whole nother area? Like, why do that? Why go way that far when you could have got on Interstate 20 and went to Louisiana and dumped a body if you're going to do that? Why go all the way up north to Arkansas way? I don't understand that. But this is the last thing I want to leave with you all. This is what Quanell said. He told me where the body was. He told me what he did with it. He said it was late at night, and that he was making sure it was in the wee hours of the darkness. Wow. So if it was in the wee hours of the darkness and he went to the hospital the next day, so maybe that shows why it was a lapse in time when he was supposed to pick Brittany up from the airport, but he came to the hospital later on, which nobody said that the guy was missing. Brittany didn't call around looking for the guy or nothing else. Didn't report him missing to nobody. So you're just going to come back in. You're going to, just hypothetically speaking, we're talking about Brittany now. You're going to fly back in from Massachusetts, going to your alleged father's funeral. You know what I'm saying? May he rest in peace, because it's not his fault. But you get there, your baby dad is not there, whatever you want to call him, stepdad, to your child. He's not there. The children not there. You can't get a hold of them, and you don't call the police. You don't panic. And then a day later, he strolls into the hospital. Okay, y'all put that together. But anyway, now Quanell X used to be the spokesperson for Maleah's mom, Brittany Bowens. He parted ways with her last week. Notice this. He parted ways with her last week because he didn't think she was being truthful and hasn't talked to her since. But he just said he talked to her not too long before that. Ain't that something? Listen to this. She has texted me asking me questions, and I have not responded at this moment. So you taking it up on your own stuff. You playing detective now. You playing cop just like you played a lawyer. And in fact, to be honest with you, I don't plan to respond. I have no desire to. So you're making it your own personal vendetta. But that's a good thing. Maybe you have changed your ways, but the same should be applied to every child. So when them people, if they do come back around and ask you for advice and to assist them to help them with their legal matters, far as getting somebody out of jail, far as seeing who you can talk to, because you got some political pull. I'll give you that. You have done a lot of good for the city of Houston. I admit that, brother. But at the same time, now, is it about you and your fame and your notoriety, or is it really about bringing closure to this Maleah case? You all let me know. Let me know what you think about it, and who do you think really, well, what group of people do you think really involved? Because this is going one way or the next. Next thing you know, we're going to hear about the body being in damn Mississippi or Florida somewhere. Let me know. If you like the video, push that like button. If you like the video, subscribe to the channel. Definitely share this video with your family and friends. And like I said, if you're going to be one way all the way around the board. You see what I'm saying? And stop letting people tell you shit and you sit there and believe it. Think for once. Think for once. That's all you got to do. Everybody make a title. Maleah Davis body found. Even they saying the body ain't been confirmed yet. I mean, so why are we going to sit there and labor out stuff like that? But I understand people want the clickbait. They want the views. But some of you all going to be left with an egg on your face when the truth really comes out. It ain't out yet. It's going to be some more head swinging as this ship goes down. Mark my word. Anyway, y'all have a blessed day. I'm out.